Oh yeah, now my people, it's your dark skinned man from the motherland. It's me, Niger English man, and we are here. One touch TV settings, North London rivals, and there's a guy missing again. 2 weeks in a row, he's been late. 2 weeks in a row. I don't think Deji Spurs really understands what's going on right here. Out of my generosity, I've allowed him to still be part of the show, knowing that me and him are not even rivals no more. Do you get what I'm saying? Them lot are old news, apes. I don't even know when them lot finished, bro. You get me? But these, but do you get what I'm saying? Deji's late. He'll join us. Obviously, feeling depressed. Maybe the defeat that his team just took might have affected him. But George, who's here back again, has assured me it was just a friendly and it was their B team. But we'll get into that, guys. Smash the like button, share, comment, subscribe to the channel. You know what to do, whether you're watching now or watching later. Big up. George, welcome back to One Touch TV. How you doing, bro?
I'm good, man. I'm good. New pastures. It's been a very long time since I've been on here, but
I know.
And yeah, I'm here to settle some people that have been listening to Deji too much. Because as much as I'm optimistic, Deji's in his own other planet, and I just need to make sure that you get a not so biased Spurs fan. Well, I can't even say I'm not biased. I'm of course biased, but someone that's on my level.
Yeah, a bit more balance, let's say. Deji's been coming up with some craziness, man. But also, he's back again. He comes in like once a quarter now. You know what this guy is. Man like Canners in the building. Welcome back to the channel, my brother. How are you, bro?
Bless you, bro, man. It's been a minute, man. Listen, I've been waiting up for my call, man. I come like.
Why'd you always, bro? Hey,
you're treating me like Kieran Kenny, bro. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm like the fourth choice left back here. You know what I mean?
Never, like, my bro. Never, my bro.
Anymore, man. It's like, yeah, keep yourself ready, son. I'll bring you on if you need you.
Close the game out. I'm bringing you at the important time, bro. The start of the season when I need you. You know what I mean?
Oh, dear, no,
if I show you the WhatsApp chat, though, he's ignored many of my requests. So big up, Canners. Thank you for coming back to the show.
Bro,
hey, Canners, we're not getting against
I always answer the call, man. I'm ready. You know what I mean? I'm always running up and down that touchline, bro. I'm ready for the call.
Big up, man. Thanks for joining us again today, my bro. But we're here, guys. I mean, we want to talk about. I don't think we need to talk about the preseason friendly because even though I want to take the piss out of George, maybe it is preseason, and if I start, it was preseason, George. I'm not even mad at you.
It wasn't even like I think it was one of those like charity shield preseason games. It was one of those things. No, we're gonna get it completely right. It was one of those charity shield preseason games. Of course, Barcelona took it seriously. We came to their ground. I think mainly because they've sold out the stadium. We all know Barcelona are broke. They've got to get bums in those seats. So they played the big boys. We went out there. We didn't even take Kane. Kane was left at home. Kulusevski left at home.
Kane's going. That's why Kane was left at home.
Yeah, he's got a transfer to sort out, bro.
There was about 9 players left at home of our first team squad. And then we obviously played the B team. We let them have a run out. Barcelona went up nice and early, but then we controlled the game. For the B team, personally, I was very impressed with the way we played. Performance-wise, take away from the individual performances, just the progress that we've made since Conte. Because let's be real, 4 or 5 months ago, it was an eyesore to watch Tottenham team. There'd been no attacking football. And for us to go out there, dominate let's be real, a good, I'm not going to say an amazing Barcelona team because I don't think Xavi's Barcelona is that good, but they're still a good team. They play some good football. We went out there, dominated of our second team. Skippy walked away with 2 goals.
So wait, what was the score in that game? Like this sounds like there was bare goal.
It was 2-1 until the 80th minute, and then they made a few changes. We made a few changes, and then the last 10 minutes they just. They ran away with it. I mean, our defense was the funniest thing.
When you say run away, what was the score?
4-2. They came back 2-1. They scored 3 goals.
It's preseason. Hey, Canners, it's preseason, right? You know what I'm saying?
What I am gonna say is
it's not quite a trophy.
Davinson Sanchez and Eric Dyer. No Tottenham fan sits back, watches those two together, and thinks we're not going to concede 3 goals. We know it. We never went into this game thinking that they wasn't going to score a couple. So it is what it is. Barcelona beat us 4-2. We walk away losers. But to me, I take a lot of positives from the performance, especially knowing it's my B team. So I'm cool with it.
Swear down, Davinson Sanchez is still at your club. Swear down.
I don't know how, man. There's a loads of players that still at our club.
Bro.
The Celso trying to get a remontada. That's what I'm hearing. A lot of people are buying into the Celso remontada. It's crazy. Like, you're gonna see some names back next season. I'm telling you, man.
That's jokes, man.
So, can I ask you a question, George? George, in regards to how you lot are shaping up with your new manager and how he's got you playing, because to be fair, you play some good footwork, Celtic. How are you lot looking at? Are you lot seeing a lot of improvements? Are you seeing things to be excited for?
He's taken off the durag cannon, so he's impressed.
It's massive improvements. I can't even lie. Like, just from little things, when you look at the statistics in our games, we're averaging like 15, 20 shots a game. Before we'd have 3 or 4 chances in a game on the counter attack with Conte. As much as I did love Conte and the way that we played at times, it just wasn't sustainable. We wouldn't keep on the ball, and now you can actually see the players. Like Bissouma especially, he's thriving right now. He's been amazing in preseason. I know this Niger man, One Touch, has been trying to get onto Bissouma for the longest. What's happened to Bissouma? I'm telling you, this season you're gonna see the Bissouma.
This is his year, yeah.
This is his year. Like the way you can
best
see
DM in the league, that sort of shit.
I don't know about that, but he maybe one day, not this season. We'll get there, innit? But the way we're controlling the games, the way we're moving the ball. You can just see a lot of improvements in this squad, and a lot of players suit this way of play. And it's just fun to watch. So I'm really excited to see what Ange can do with this team. Of course, we haven't played no one of a proper competition, so I'm really going to judge it once we go into the Premier League season. But right now, I'm very optimistic for what he can bring.
You see, George, You see, George, that what you just did there was sensational. Let me just break it down, just in case you man missed what just went on there, innit? Like, I'm just gonna help you, George. Just give me like 90 seconds, and you can respond if need be. If I got it wrong, so George basically came on here telling us it was just preseason, B team. They tried, boom, boom, boom. Then we asked him about Ange. He was like, he's got the boys playing. Like, I'm excited and optimistic about the season. And then he tried to, just because he knew I was gonna challenge him for that, he now said, but we haven't really played anyone, even though they just played Barcelona today, by the way. Even though we haven't really played anyone, so I'm going to judge it when the season starts. George, that was a masterclass what you just did there, bro. Like, hey, chat. Can we smash a like button for George right there? That was sensational, bro. I think you missed it.
I was just highlighting because the same way that I keep energy for my team in certain aspects, I will keep the same energy for other teams. Just when like any new manager that comes in, they're playing preseason games, it can look all good, it can look amazing, but let's be real, when it gets to Premier League games, the pressure just clicks on. It's a whole different atmosphere, it's a whole different intensity, and you can't even judge a manager after 10 Premier League games. For me, I'd be looking at maybe around December, I'd be looking at our performance and saying, okay, what's really happening with this team? Because I need to see significant improvement by then. For the first 10, 15 games, obviously, we're going to be up and down, I do think. Of course, I'm hoping there's going to be more up and down, but there's obviously going to be a few things that we're going to have to get used to because it's a new way of playing. Again, it's a new season, and it's going to be his first couple games. So I feel like we're still going to be getting used to him. But I have seen a big change already. So the adaptation from these players has been quite well so far.
Okay, fair enough. We'll let you off for now. Since it's been a long time you've been on the channel, we'll let you off, man. Let me get into some of the comments real quick because everyone's all over Deji. Bottle Job FC. I don't know what Ibrahim is saying here. Ibrahim, you guys finished below us, so relax yourself, Man U fans. Deji has no ambition like Harry Kane. Skill says, Deji, come outside. Hey. The Assemble said, Niger's becoming boring, roasted before the season starts. New low. Big up Jams or highlights in the building. Always got some of the craziest content on the internet. The Hitman. We are all looking for Deji, bro. He claims he's in Turkey. We don't know if he's getting some surgery. Who knows, man? But he's in Turkey with the family. He says he's late. But we hope to see him at some point. Rom's in the building. Oh, yeah, now, my people, each and every time. You already know. The Hitman says, this is worrying, though. I know it's the B team, but 3 goals in 10 minutes is worrying. Is that worrying for you, George, or is it You're not really looking too much into that because of the
not-
changes you made.
We're looking to sell Sanchez. We're looking to sell Reguilon. We're looking to sell Dyer. 3 of the defenders that played today are 3 players that are outside of our first 11 squad and are quite outsiders in the team that will be going forward in Tottenham. So
I see
it's not
Basuma
worrying.
there, Skip, your new signing, Solomon, Lo Celso, who Ange really likes, Richarlison.
But
We
these
know
aren't-
he's going to be
these
the
aren't-
main one man soon.
And many of these players aren't playing. Again, Basuma, he's going to be a first team player. Of course, again, Porro, he had an okay performance. Basuma had a very good performance. Skip had a good performance. Solomon was bright. He's going to be a backup player, but I liked from what I saw of him. The Celso, again, good. Like, these were players that had decent performances, but many of them came off before the game ended and before it turned. So,
okay,
it's what it is.
Okay, do you know what? I'm gonna fall back because it's North London rivals, isn't it? So we have to talk about both teams equally. So, like, where do you want to start? There's a couple of situations we're going to go into. We can talk about Kane leaving.
Let's start with these idiots of a team over in what's the other? Where they? West London. These idiots from West London.
What? Chelsea. Oh yeah, we can talk about Chelsea if you want.
Nah, I'm talking about Brentford.
Oh,
Brentford. These idiots. Because this is what I'm not liking. I didn't like this. I was very upset when I saw that transfer news today because I don't know what's going on over there. We bid 30 million just 2 months ago. We bid it. They said, nah,
the keeper just didn't want to come.
We want 40. No, we agreed personal terms with Raya. He wanted to come to Spurs. He said, I want to come to Spurs.
Are you sure? I didn't remember seeing those stories where Raya said he wants to come, you know. Canners, did you see them ones? I didn't see them.
Do you know what? Go on. The way I took it is that he didn't want to go to Tottenham. But if you're saying that he did, then I stand corrected. But it just seems.
Jules, don't be shameless with it. He refused you, man. It's not a big deal.
I'm going on my own tweets because I was tweeting a lot about Raya at the time when we was heavily interested, and I was subtweeting and quote tweeting all these different tweets that said the personal terms had been agreed. Tottenham are very close to making a deal happen. Like, all these tweets were coming out from Fabrizio. It wasn't coming out from all these tier 3, tier 4.
Yeah, but you know, there was a little period in the window where Fabrizio had a little bit of a brain fart and he was looking a bit mad. You know that ones there. Was it that time?
He gets it right in the end. And look, at the end of the day, we was interested. We went in for bids. He was our number 1 target at one point, but they kept refusing. They didn't want 30. They wanted 40. And only just to accept 32 months later when they got desperate and Arsenal have come in. I know Arsenal fans are trying to spin this narrative that, Raya's forced to move. It's because if they didn't sell him within this month, then he's going for 10 or 15 million in January. And they can't afford to let him go for that price. So they're trying to sap out any price that they can get right now. And of course, Arsenal, the only heavily interested side in him right now.
Do you believe George's narrative or do you see it? Okay.
I will say, before you try and bring it out and try and squeeze out of me, he was my number 1 option for goalkeeper for Tottenham. I'm not going to sit here and try to be shameless and
he's
say
he's a big keeper, man.
He's a very good goalkeeper.
This is the new you, George.
Ramsdale. He's definitely better than Vicario. I've much preferred him over him.
Who's that?
Shut up.
No, real talk. Who's Vicario? Why did that? Well, hold on, because I think that name came up in one of the lineups earlier.
That's our new goalkeeper. If you didn't know, maybe you should.
Oh, swear down. Big up Vicky and them, man.
But he's definitely better than the option we have. But I'm not happy with Brentford, man. They're idiots for real.
But wait 1 second. If Tottenham bid 30 mil, why are they selling to us for 30 mil? What, 27 plus?
Because when we bid, it was in June, and they really thought that they were going to have more suitors. It was Chelsea interested, Man United were interested, Tottenham were interested. They had a lot of teams that were
them ones, you know them ones.
And so when we bid for him, they generally thought they were going to get more money. I'm going to get up. That's what it is. I'm going to get the proof up right now.
You're still looking for it, yeah?
No, stop.
You find out for us, man. Keep looking, but obviously, Canners, it looks like it's imminent the arrival of Raya now.
The way I see it is that here's the thing, right? If Tottenham wanted, and I'm pretty sure Tottenham do want him, right? Knowing that they can get him, that we've agreed a fee.
Go in for him. Go back and get him, then, George.
Go back and get him because he's going to be a backup, right? But if you
Canners, this is sensational.
I mean, I'm going to just show this. In fact, read this. Can you read it?
We can't see that. I don't know if the chat can see it. No one can see it in the chat.
Fabrizio Romano, David Raya, he has these little quotes. Personal terms agreed with Tottenham. There's options out there, but this is all he said. He told when he was doing his quotes to the Times and so on, Tottenham have agreed personal terms. He then said it twice again. Spurs are in negotiations for final fee. Tottenham will not pay 40 million. Tottenham, he wants Tottenham move as priority. Personal terms are agreed since last Sunday. This was happening. It was a saga that was going on for weeks throughout early in the transfer window for June. But because they kept insisting on the 40 million pound fee, we then reverted and went into Vicario and we said, look, we're going to go spend less money on this player. That's all it was.
Small club mentality, man.
Do I rate him? From what I've seen so far, I'm a bit skeptical of how good he's going to be.
Who, Vicky? Oh, allow it, bro. Allow it. Man's got a keeper called Vicky, bro. Allow it, bro. It's long for you, man.
But he's a decent shot stopper, I'd say. But again, I'm a bit underwhelmed.
Hey, George, he chose us, bro. Just cool now. Hey, Brentford are mad. Raya accepted personal terms. Brentford lowered the fee for Arsenal, which is insane. Like that is crazy because the narrative you're coming on doesn't make sense, bro. Like if he was your number one target, personal terms are agreed. You should push Brentford. Have some negotiation tactics, bro.
We know Tottenham don't do that. We never get forced to pay fees that we not feel comfortable with.
But we're not paying 40 mil, so well gone.
Because later on in the transfer window, they're desperate.
We're just a bigger club, man. That's it, man. And that's not even me trolling. You and I both know we're a bigger club, and if we both come knocking, it's always going to be us. Whether you finished above us or below us, bro, it's the same thing.
Because you're bigger, you got a lower fee. Then you're sorely mistaken. That doesn't happen. If you're a bigger club,
because we're bigger, he came to us, bro. Like regardless, if personal terms were agreed, we would have come in and swooped in and taken him from you anyway.
How come you weren't interested 2 months ago? Arsenal didn't even want a goalkeeper 2 months ago. It's obviously.
How do you know? We just didn't make a bid.
Here's what happened with Raya. When we came in, obviously he wanted the move. Now he actually said, well, it's heavily rumored that he said, look, fine, if I don't go now to Arsenal, then I will go and you won't get any money from me. I'll go next year and you won't get any money from me. So he pretty much forced Brentford's hand, really, in order to push this transfer through for a lower fee. So, listen, the player had the power here. And I reckon he could have had the power with the Tottenham move as well, if he wanted it bad enough.
I just don't think that it was I think the timing of the window didn't match up well.
Maybe
at that time.
Maybe.
I do agree that he probably has forced the Arsenal move because if we're being honest, you play for Brentford and then Arsenal come in. There's not much other teams that you can look at and say, "Oh yeah, this is a bigger opportunity," especially going off of last season. Going off of last season, if we're being realistic, again, we came in, we didn't get him, we didn't come back in for him. So at this point, Tottenham's been and gone. Chelsea have signed their goalkeeper. Man United have signed their goalkeeper. So his only other option at a big team would be Arsenal. He's got to force that move. No other team.
And also, what Kyan said, when Arsenal call, it's a different call, my guy. It's a different call, my brother. You get me?
For every other team that needed a goalkeeper already signed one. You guys signed him because no one else wanted him that bad.
Oh, that's cold. That's cold. No one else wanted him.
No one wanted him that bad. Everyone else wanted him, but no one.
We didn't need him.
But so that's my point. So what are you guys bringing him in for? Is he going to start?
I'll tell you why we're bringing him in. I think in terms of the way what Arteta wants, essentially, is that he wants every position that there's not that big a drop off. When Turner played last season and Ramsdale didn't, when they switched for the cup games, there was a huge drop in the way that we played. Raya, in terms of stats and everything and the way he plays, shot stopping, he's actually better than Ramsdale. If you look at stats, the only thing is though, Brentford and Arsenal play differently, whereas they've got Ivan Toney up front. So if Ramsdale was to play for Brentford, the stats might skew a bit of them because obviously we've only got Jesus up front. whereas they got Tony. So when he's hitting balls or free kicks or whatever, Raya's hitting Ivan Toney. What I will say is that now Ramsdale has now got serious competition for his position, and I think that's healthy. I think what Arteta is trying to breed is healthy competition in every single position that we have. There's probably about one or max 3 players that are undroppables in that Arsenal team at the moment. Everyone else, you could say a little drop of form, and it's up for grabs. I mean, we've got healthy competition with Trossard and Martinelli. Obviously, Jesus, once fit, he plays because we haven't got another forward. Again with Saka, and again with Saliba. But everywhere else now, you got Rice, Partey, Jorginho. Then you got obviously now Timber, Kivior, Tierney, etc. White, all of those guys at the back. We've got different ways of playing or different ways of setting up. If you ask us a first 11 or to predict 11 that's going to start against Forest, you ask 5 Arsenal fans, you'll probably get 5 different teams.
I think that's a massive benefit for us.
And they'll all be strong teams. So I think
the thing is, I still feel like with the goalkeeper's position in particular, you guys already had this problem when you had 2 goalkeepers, when you had Leno and Martinez, is that you can't sustain.
None of them could play like Ramsdale.
No, they don't play similar. I'm just meaning in the
2 top keepers at the same time. Is that what you mean?
Battling for one position, one of them's always going to feel left out, and eventually, maybe not this season, but Raya did. Let's be real, Raya didn't sign to be a backup goalkeeper.
Absolutely.
He signed with that thought process, and that I'm going to be playing number 1.
And you know what?
But after a certain period of time, one of them, whoever continues to be the backup, will be unhappy and eventually force a move because they're decent. They are good goalkeepers, and they're not going to settle.
I agree with that.
These are big club problems. Don't worry yourself about these things here. You get me, big man. Well, what I will say, this is a good problem for us to have. Look, I understand the Leno and Ramsdale thing, but yeah, Leno couldn't play the same way as Ramsdale, so it's a little bit different. But I like what Arteta's done this time because, like, I don't think Ramsdale's a bad keeper, but you could see back in the last season, he was getting a bit comfortable. Like, he knew Turner ain't gonna take his position. He didn't have that same dog in him when he came in. I'm looking to take Leno's shirt. He was lacking a bit, and I saw his distribution, some of the saves that he should have made. He's letting in. Like, he was doing stupidness, and like I believe what who was it that said it? TBG said it. It's like Ramsdale saw the links and started to save penalties. Man saved 2 penalties in 2 penalty shootouts after 2 links. And look, I'm not getting too over carried away about it, but you can see he was up for that Community Shield on the weekend, and I see nothing but benefits coming from this situation. If Raya does displace Ramsdale, then it was supposed to be. If Ramsdale keeps his role, then it was supposed to be. So I'm good with either one, man.
One thing I will say, Nigel, is there's 2 in both seasons actually, and it's alarming. The season where you guys, George, picked us for 4th, and last season, the back end of that season, Ramsdale had alarming drops in form, and the stats show that. I'm not saying that this is something that will eradicate that. However, what it will do, it will keep Ramsdale on his toes, and it might be a fatigue thing. You never know. Especially now with the season being as it will, being back in the Champions League. Every 3 days we're playing big games, and for to do that is going to take a considerable amount of concentration.
I don't rub it into George, man. He's not going to play that anymore. Like, come on, bro, don't do that.
It's funny because
I've just met the brother, man. So
this is your first season, Nigel, that you're actually playing some Champions League football for in a very long time. You guys actually going to be playing with the big boys, and let's see how you handle it. Because, like you said, with the Europa League, you struggled playing multiple games a week. Your team couldn't hack playing the first 11 twice because, let's be real, in the Champions League, you're not going to be making much swap outs from that team that's playing the weekend. There might be 3 or 4 changes, but there's not going to be 7 or 8 that you're doing in the Europa League. So let's see how strong this team really is to handle that, because we saw last season you struggled when it got to the tougher stages when you're playing against the tougher teams.
No, I agree with that. but because the thing is now we've gone through this spending spree. This is because we can't be making the drop-offs, and it comes back to my point in terms of the players that we had last season and the drop-off from certain players that were playing and certain players that came in for those particular players that we could wheel off last season's first 11 like that. Niger, the players that came in,
you probably could give it every weekend as well, George.
Yeah,
you probably could have picked our 11
seriously. And the players that come in for the Europa League, they weren't ready. They weren't ready, even for Europa League. They weren't ready to play. And then the drop-off was too large. Now we've got players where the drop-off isn't as... The chasm isn't there in terms of quality.
And there's genuine competition for places. Yeah. I don't know about you, Canners. I don't believe one Europa League game I watched where a fringe player was pushing our first 11 player. I don't think I watched one where I was like, oh, yeah, he deserves a shot in the first team. I don't know about you.
Yeah, no. I can't. That's the thing. I could name you the first 11, man. Do you know what I mean? And it was like week after week, and they're going to get knackered. Now we've got genuine competition for certain places, especially at the back, where you can mix and match certain things, and it won't weaken us.
100%, man. Well, obviously, we've been talking about potential incoming, which looks more or less likely. When it comes to Tottenham, it looks like there's a potential outgoing that the talisman, Mr. Harry Kane, record top scorer at Tottenham, the guy that scored loads of goals for no reason, but he's finally looking like he's leaving North London. Like, is it a good time to work on life without Kane, or is it a situation where you're like, fuck, man, like we're doomed, Jules? Like, where's your head at with the whole situation because of the timing as well?
The saga's gone on so long, and the whole way through, I've pretty much been at the point where it's like, I'm cool with Kane staying and I'm cool with Kane leaving. Whichever way it goes, I'm happy and I'm willing to accept, because if Kane leaves, there's a few other options out there that we can bring in that are quite exciting. That look, they're never going to be able to replace Kane, but there will be a future that I can look forward to and be a little bit optimistic about. When the one player, Gift Orban, very, very talented young player. He scores.
Niger boy.
Yeah, he's a Niger boy. He's very good. Very good player. So if he can come in, even with or without Kane leaving, I'd be quite optimistic about our striker future. But if Kane does stay, then we've got a good future. Like I do think that this saga is going to cut. It has to come to an end this week. We're not doomed without him. We're definitely not doomed without him. I feel like the way that we play now, if we did play the same way as we did last season, we pretty much relied on Harry Kane for the past 2-3 seasons with that defensive football. But with the new manager, new system, I feel like goals are going to come from lots of different places. So we're not going to need to rely on just Kane doing the Kane thing as we have in the past. So again, if Kane leaves, I'd be more than cool with seeing the future without Kane. But of course, if Kane stays, then it's going to be amazing for our team, especially this season, because I feel like it will help the transition, especially with the new manager coming in. It's not too much change within the first year. But we'll see how it goes. I don't really know what to expect, because I keep hearing that Bayern are going to come in with a new bid, apparently 95 million. Will Levy accept? I don't know. I did think he would accept the last bid, to be fair. I thought 100 million euros.
Yeah, Levy's, I don't know what's wrong with it. I think it's because he didn't like the whole giving man a deadline thing. Levy's an ego guy, isn't it? Like, what do you mean 100%. Give me a deadline? Do you know who I am?
And even if you saw a couple of days later, like the Pletty goal, the guy that even come out of it, he took it back straight away. He was like, yeah, no, there was no deadline originally. I had never done that. Because they didn't. I knew that. I said from the start.
He knows Levy don't play that, brotro. Are you joking?
Levy don't play those games. He went on holiday the next day. He was flying out to Miami. Like,
about deadline. If I call him if I miss call one of them now, they're not going to pick up, yeah? Yeah, right.
Yeah, so I don't really know, but they say that, look, it needs to be concluded by Friday. Kane says he's not going to play against Brentford and then not continue the season. If he plays against Brentford, he's staying at Tottenham. So I guess within the next 2 or 3 days, we'll see if the bid gets accepted or not.
One thing, I guess, from this Harry Kane thing, and I guess what would be alarming for you guys is, and I was trying to think, actually, available strikers. There's not that many about in terms of quality.
No, not in terms of quality. And that's what I said. Gift Orban, for me, is probably the best in terms of potential.
Do you
But
just
that's
think
obviously not
only
Pogba.
one is needed though to replace Kane? Don't you think
We've
you need?
obviously, the thing is, we wouldn't sign a Nav one just because we've already signed a young striker in Valius, which I don't think he'll play at all this season. I
So
feel
you
like
struggle to remember his name. I understand. It's all good. It's all good.
yeah, no facts, because he's one of those players. I feel like every season we bring in a young player that is supposed to be for the future and sometimes ends up just getting sold, like Jed Spence, like Brian Hill. Like we spend money.
Oh yeah,
on
what's
these young
happening with Jed? Is he gone? Or
I
He's
heard
on the list, isn't he? He's
list.
transfer
I heard
listed.
he's on the transfer list.
rah,
Like,
boy. Deji was telling me he's your Trent Alexander-Arnold in that last season.
but that's what I mean though. Tottenham always bring in these young players with potential, and
He had one good game
sometimes they
against
just
Arsenal. He's like, yeah, get him.
You don't need to be
Literally.
more
So,
ambitious in the transfer
yeah,
window.
no. At the moment, there's really not much other striker options. The only other one I've heard we're interested in is Mehdi Taremi from Porto, which is he's quite good, but he's very old. He's like 31.
Very old, yeah.
We're gonna bring
he's like a. I think he's the perfect stopgap striker. Like if you want to just do something.
We need
for
a
a year.
stopgap. I feel like we're better off just signing a young player, and then of course we've got Richarlison, which I can't lie. I know I've gassed up Richarlison enough last season just because I was trying to run on the train. It's one of those things. You make a big signing, you're trying to just push it as long as you can. I'm literally pushing the train all by myself, and I was like, in the end, I'll be real, like this guy. He's Richard, man. Like he's just not got it. Like there's so many things about
Richard,
his game
not even Richarlison.
Yeah, no, there's literally so many things about his game that you question, and you're just like, what's going on? And I can't lie, I don't really see much of him. I don't see him scoring a lot of goals next season. If he does, a lot of the times he will score. They're like awkward finishes. So unless he shows me a lot more in the coming weeks, I don't think we can rely on him for very long. So I guess he'll be stopped up until someone with more potential steps up.
Do you know what? Yeah, the thing is, with this whole Spurs thing, one thing that you guys did well was the fact that you got Maddison in. So even if you do lose Kane, the creativity side that Kane brings is not going to go missing. I think you have your with Maddison, he gives you more because he's permanently in that role, and you've got someone that can feed your forwards now. So I think even if although Kane going is a massive blow, you helped the situation by getting Maddison in early as well. So I just think the reason why I mentioned Taremi might be a good striker for you lot now is because it's happening so late in the window. Are you sure you guys already have a plan of the man that's going to take over Kane, or at least buys you a year to kind of figure it out because it's so late in the window? I think I don't know, man. I don't know what you think.
I guess Richarlison sort of is that's their backup plan. Like he's the plan right now that if Kane goes, he's the man we're going to use until someone else will step up and come in. I do think that they are preferring younger options, which I personally would prefer too. I just think going for a younger player, someone that's going to improve throughout the season, will eventually step up to take Richarlison's place is probably better than bringing in someone that's 31 years old who's going to have to acclimatize to the Premier League. And if they don't, we've just wasted money on an old player, and we're going to have to shift them in a season or two and lose a lot of money. Whereas with a young player, it's an investment, I guess. If they work out or if they don't, they're still going to have a few years for us to give it a chance.
Okay, go on, Kenneth.
No, I was going to say that I'll be surprised actually if you do buy anyone, and I'll tell you why. After Gareth Bale, the players that you got in, when you did the Gareth Bale transfer,
Lamela, Ericsson,
I just don't think. Yeah, I mean, like, who's the guy up front? The Spanish guy up front they had.
Soldado.
Soldado. You lot bought what's them that Dutch guy as well? No, was it a different season?
Yeah, so I don't think that you guys will panic and buy players again. I actually think that you would hold your, your power to keep it dry.
Well, maybe go for Tony in January. That's not actually the worst.
So I don't think you'd buy.
Actually, I wouldn't like that. Bun that, bro.
Oh no, I wouldn't like that at all. I mean, what?
Tony, but that would be a good shout, though. I'm not gonna lie. If you lot manage to hold out till January, that's not. Yeah. And he's gonna have a chip on his shoulder after missing the first half of the season. Yeah. That's not actually the worst shout.
I think that you lot, it would be like a lesson learned kind of thing.
Bun that, bro. Bun Spurs.
That you won't, buy loads of players for X amount or whatever. But I think you lot will just hold the money until you get the right player and stuff. It would obviously piss you off because you'd expect you guys to buy someone, but can't be doing the same mistake what you did with the Gareth.
Everything indicates to the point that we are prepared for if Kane does leave, we have got options out there. I do think that they will buy someone because they know regardless whether it's a stopgap or anything, like we're going to be bringing in quite a bit of money for Harry Kane. So if he does get sold, we need to bring in some competition for Richarlison. We know as this club, Richarlison scored 1 Premier League goal last season. You can't rely on this guy to be your striker. As much as I do like Richarlison as a player, he does bring a little bit to the game. But
Brazil's number one, you told me, bro.
He is Brazil's number 1 striker. You see, he's always in the first 11.
That's why they didn't win the World Cup.
Gabriel Jesus starts out on the right wing, and I got told he prefers to be a winger rather than a striker. So, I mean, that's another conversation for another day.
That is another conversation.
But honestly, do you think that Richarlison is better than Jesus on the real?
I don't think his all-round game's better than Jesus.
What? We don't like political answers here. Is it yes or no question?
No, because I do think that again, for the Brazilian team anyway, of course, Richarlison hasn't played much up front for Tottenham. We'll see this season if he does. If Harry Kane leaves and he gets the opportunity to play in the 9, for Brazil, he's very prolific in the 9. He looks good. He scores a lot of goals and he plays well with them. Jesus doesn't look that good.
I believe if Jesus plays the same amount of games as he does in the middle,
I think Jesus' strengths don't rely in front. They're not in front of goal. His strengths are in the build-up play and creating for other players in front of goal. He's never him scoring. It's never like you don't watch Jesus and think, oh, this guy's deadly striker or he's deadly finisher. Or get Jesus in that position, he's going to finish it. No, when you put him in a lot of those positions, he fluffs it. And you usually
I agree. You don't know whether he's going to finish.
Yeah. And still, he scored more goals than Richarlison. Mad thing. But you get me. Big up Tunnel TV in the comment section saying Spurs fans will cry blood. He says, I think that's Kanebi. I'm not sure though. Shout out to the Armory TV.
How you doing, brother?
The Assemble says, Niger, Arsenal still looking for a centre forward. We seem to have the money. Stars could line up. Am I ready to laugh? I don't think that we're looking for any striker at the moment. I don't know about you, Canis, but I don't see it. Anybody can score goals for Brazil. Ask Fred and Ragnar Love and Hulk and them, man. You know what I'm saying? Get out Wagner Love. Oh, can they be you're savage, bro? Wagner
even
Love.
Hulk.
But do you know a lot about this Mickey van der Ven that you lot are bringing in? I don't know too much about it.
I've definitely done it. I've done a lot of research on him.
Talk to me. What can we expect from this guy?
But what we can expect, he's a tall player. For me, he's very similar to Vertonghen. Like as in his ball carrying skills, his strengths. He's very quick. I think he was the fastest in the Bundesliga. Like for a big guy, he's very fast. Like for a defender, so he's quick. He's tall. He's got great recovery pace. Good building out from the back. I do think that he lacks a bit aerially. So for headers and support, he's like 6'3". I don't really get it. For a player that's his size, he should be a lot stronger in the air, a bit better in the defensive duels. But with regards to like the progressive side of his game, it's very good. So it's going to suit our new way of playing and his recovery pace. So with the high line, it's going to be and it's going to work well with Romero. But I do still think we definitely need to sign another centre back. We need someone with a bit more experience who can challenge Van der Ven and potentially put him on the bench if need be. Because like you guys say, we need good options. You need to have two players battling for each position. And I'd much prefer to sign another player that's going to potentially put him on the bench or not push him forward, because we can't rely on having just two good centre-backs, not even 4, 2 good centre-backs. So right now, Romero and him, that's it. And to be fair, he's a young player still. He's 21. He's going to be coming into the Premier League.
Big up ego, man.
So he's going to make mistakes. He's not going to settle into the Premier League as quick as many people think, and he may need some time. So we're going to need to bring in a good, experienced centre-back. No long-lay dead business. None of this shit. I'm not having it, man. I'm really not. I'm not fucking.
Bro, this is not what you were saying last season, George. You were talking about Longley is the guy, no?
I never
Barcelona product.
No.
Barcelona product.
I've never.
Or was that Deji? I might be getting you.
I've always said that Longley was good with the ball at his feet and nothing else. He can make a good pass. He can spray it. That's it. He's a horrible defender. Yeah, no, none of that business. We need someone top. We need to be spending 40, 50 million on this centre back.
40, 50. Bro, you got, what's the name? Dyer still there. Sanchez is there. You lot got ballers, bro. What are you talking about?
These
are you mad?
That should have left our club 3 or 4 years ago. And they're still here. We've literally Dyer is the Phil Jones of Spurs. That's what he's the Phil Jones of Spurs. He just won't leave this club. He even said a statement, I think, last season saying, I'll get my ashes spread in like I'd get buried in the Spurs ground or something like, and all the Tottenham fans are like, "What? Are you nuts? This guy could never lay underneath this Spurs ground. He's got nothing to do over there, man."
Imagine. Hey, big up Eagle each and every time. The newest dad in the building as well. Go and check out his content as well. Incredible Arsenal content. Big up him in the comments. Big up Guna Souls as well. One of my favorite Arsenal fans. Gets me too excited sometimes going into certain games, but big him up each and every time. Look, I'm looking out for this Van der Ven, guys, because what I've noticed about Spurs is because they're starved for so many things. They get overexcited when players come in. That they told me that Højbjerg was the best DM in North London. Then they told me Ndombele was the best number 10. Then they told me Basuma's coming to take over. No, but they told me all sorts of stuff in it. Do you get what I'm saying? I'm sure they'll be shouting Maddison's about to be the best number 10 in London. Or I beg, please. I mean, all of that, man. I beg. Come on, George. All right, George, don't say it. Don't.
Now. Oh yeah, now my people. Listen. James
one
Maddison.
thing I will, I said, go ahead.
No, go on.
No, I was just going to move on to basically Arsenal, and there is one big transfer that's going to happen with Arsenal. And when I say big, I mean big.
What's that?
Put it this way: someone will leave Real Madrid.
That's not happening, man.
No.
Canners, what have you done?
Hear me out.
I'm here. Hey, comment section. Let us know what you think about this Canners' frame of thought right now. You need to drop the name as quick as possible as well, bro.
No, it's not. Look, I'm not going to give a name. I can't give any name.
Canners, why are you teasing us like that, bro?
I can't give a name because I'm not saying that I haven't it, but there will be a big transfer because look, we will probably get another.
No, but you can't just put the tip in, bro. You can't do them things.
Or a winger. But the thing is, Real Madrid will be selling a big player because Mbappe will not play for PSG again.
But what makes you think that player is going to come to Arsenal?
No, listen, there has been links with Tchouaméni. Also, Valverde might leave. You got Caicedo as well, who possibly could happen as well.
Who was the last name you said?
Yeah, Caicedo. Yeah, listen, the thing is,
Mbappe.
Well, I mean, there was even, I think...
Canners, what's going on here, bro? Do you know something we don't... You got an inside scoop. Is that what you're trying to say? True say, Canners is connected in this Arsenal thing, you know. Don't get it twitted. Bro, if you're going to... just drop the name, bro. Give us something.
There is no names. But all I'm saying is that a lot of... Something's going to happen. It will involve Real Madrid. Because Mbappe, they want Mbappe. Mbappe wants Real Madrid. Mbappe will not play for PSG. PSG want a fee for Mbappe. The only way Real Madrid can afford a fee for Mbappe is to sell one of their players. So Camavinga, Valverde, Tchouaméni, one of those three.
All these players you mentioned they're three young stars that they pretty much consider untouchable.
But if you have to sacrifice someone to get Mbappe, you'll do it, though, no?
Any three of those, I can tell you now, especially Tchouaméni and Camavinga, they're not going to sacrifice those two players.
Camavinga, I'll be surprised if they let go. I agree with you, but every player for Real Madrid has a price because they want Mbappe.
No, but this is George.
They'll get Mbappe.
This is what I'll say. I'm not as confident as Canners is, but the scenario I was thinking about, if there was an outside chance it could happen, is look, Real Madrid, if they're going to get Mbappe, they need to sell assets, not just to sell.
Otherwise, they would have had him by now.
That's what I'm saying. It's not just selling like a Dani Ceballos. They need bread, bro. Do you get what I'm saying? And only assets can get them bread.
Let's be real, man. He had a great season at Arsenal, didn't he?
Of course, but that's not gonna. They're not gonna pick up more than 12 million for my guy. Do you get what I'm saying? And that might be that might be a loan and obligation to buy at best. Do you get me? But
why do they need to make a big sell? We know Real Madrid have the money. If they're gonna sell,
no, but they don't though. But they don't. They would have been doing some other activity this summer. They need to sell an asset. Those assets are Valverde, Camavinga, Tchouaméni.
Same thing as well with Barcelona. a big sell will go from there. So you've got De Jong, his possibility, Rafinha as well. So the thing is, Barcelona have got a huge court case coming up around October time or whatever, and they will get done. And
and what would that mean?
They will get sanctions, I think, but they need money.
They've avoided sanctions for years, man. I don't feel
yeah,
like...
man. They're what is it? Barca we're talking about now.
Yeah,
I don't know, man. Barca, bro. They're so swift with it, bro. Every time they say they ain't got peas, they're signing 6 man, bro. How'd you go from not having peas to signing Lewandowski, Rafinha, Kessie? Nah, bro. This Barcelona thing now, 419, serious 419 going on, bro. I don't know.
This comment basically, right, stems from another stream I was on where we was talking about Tchouaméni, and I said, because I just thought there was no way, but you know, Bobby,
now look at you.
Bobby said there's a possibility. I said first off, if we get Tchouaméni, I'll do the next stream. I'll do the stream naked. And he said, because I just thought there's no way. He said, well, you know what? You might get prepared to do the stream naked.
Hey, do you know what? Hey, we all know the Armory TV is going like look, they're breaking the internet if man like Canners does it. You know, everyone knows he's the girl them sugar, and now he's gonna come and do a naked thing. So, boy, if Canners goes naked, that means Arsenal are winning the league this season. That's basically what it means.
Listen, but the thing is though, when he was talking, when Bobby talks, boy, listen, seriously.
What I'm gonna say on this is that, like, I just don't think that they're gonna be desperate
John,
enough to get rid of some of their biggest players. So, Real Madrid, you guys can dream, but until Partey leaves, you're not signing another centre mid.
No, but if there's a scenario where they need to sell one of their assets, George, I'm not saying they have to sell him to us, but if they have to sell one of their assets, we are an option for one of these assets if we're ready to pay the bread.
But I don't think you guys, are you going to fork out another 70, 80 million for one of these young players that are in a centre mid? Again, if you have Partey,
brother, we get money, we get NBA money. What do you mean? We just won the NBA champs, won Super Bowl the year before. We get money. Stop this thing now.
You get money, but if you're not thinking from the player's point of view, why is a player going to leave Real Madrid to come to Arsenal? We've just spent 105 million on Declan Rice, so he's guaranteed. Let's be real. Let's get something.
The reps of Tchouaméni are
guaranteed starting at Arsenal. He wouldn't have came to Arsenal and signed a contract if that wasn't made. The promise wasn't made. Partey, until he leaves, there's no other position for a centre mid in that team, as you've just spent 65 million on Kai Havertz to play next to Rice in case Partey left. As well as you've got Odegaard, you've got ESR, you've got Fabio Vieira, you've got all.
Canners, this one's for you, bro. I'm not even getting.
You're not spending another 80 million on another centre mid that you don't have space for, and they're not going to want to come to Arsenal.
Why not?
What do you mean?
Why would like that? You should, if you'd left that last bit out, I was with you, bro. We are a pool right now, my brother. We're top 2 teams in England, back in the Champions League. We got bread. We're paying big contracts. It's London. What are you talking about, bro?
I didn't know being first reasons was such.
We'll get there and then we'll talk, innit? Get there and we'll talk.
I've been there, done that. It wasn't that great.
Is that Arsenal now is a different proposition when it comes to players wanting to come to us. Totally different to 2 seasons ago. I'm not sure. I can't remember the game where it was, but even Patrick Vieira, it was a game. It was pre-match comments, and Patrick Vieira was talking, and he actually said players, and he's talking international quality players, are now looking at Arsenal as the place to go. Looking at Arsenal as the place to go. The thing is, I know that Tchouaméni's reps and everything, they are open for him coming to Arsenal.
Of course they are. We're a catch, bro.
And I don't think watching the game, and I know you've probably done a show on it, Nigel, but I was there, right? And I don't think us as Arsenal fans realize how good our team is. We actually, what we did to Man City was a joke. The first 20 minutes, No, listen.
What we did to Man City. Calm down.
No. Listen, and I'll tell you why. No, listen.
What did we do? Okay. I'm just gonna keep quiet. I'm not involved, guys. I don't co-sign this, but go on.
Don't co-sign it. Don't co-sign it because I will tell you what I saw. The first 20 minutes, we said to them, break us down. We're not gonna come out to you. We're not gonna do what we've did in the last 3 or 4 seasons, whatever, or games, whatever it is. Come at us, break us down. Once we figure you out and stuff, then we'll start playing. And that's exactly how it all played out. In the latter on the first, we should have went at half time. We should have went 1 or 2-0 up.
Nah, that's facts. We should have definitely been 1-0 up at half time.
What are you talking about? The Havertz chances?
Yes, of course we are.
Even Martinelli's you can put in there as well.
And one thing you would have to take into consideration is that Havertz is going to do that all season. So whether you should be
all I'm saying is what we did and how
it's not always going to be Havertz there, bro. So relax.
Sometimes when you have players like Havertz in your team, you need to prepare to fail and prepare that
when
you're in those positions a lot of times.
Preparing to fail is not in our DNA, bro.
Just like with Jesus. Those players aren't going to score those chances, and 50% of the time,
Havertz was scoring 1 goal away from being man of the match. Trust me.
He was what?
Seriously,
he had a poor performance.
No,
he did not have a poor performance. Look, George. This is what we're not going to do because I'm not going to be shameless and come on here bigging up, chest out Havertz because Havertz ain't my guy. I don't claim him, innit? I don't claim him.
Listen,
but if we're going on how he performed in the game on the weekend, he actually did some good things. Like he worked hard, he got into good positions. Obviously, it would have been nice if he scored a goal. I don't know if he was a goal away from man of the match and all that. Canners is going on.
I'll tell you why.
But Canners, you need to come back to the show more often because he dropped some bombs today. Boy, Tchouameni, Havertz, man the match.
The game,
what
right?
we did to Man City.
When you watch it from the actual stage and you see certain things like that, listen, don't get me wrong, Man City are fucking brilliant. The way they actually instruct and the way they kind of move and kind of press is ridiculous. We couldn't do it the same way as them, I granted. But the thing is, what we was doing though, the tactical game, seriously, it was wicked. But what we did now was differently, was that we was able now to play the ball up to Havertz, okay? And then he did really well. And if you look back on the game, when the ball went up to him, he did a lot of good things with holding the ball up and bringing people into play. That's something we've not been able to do. Jesus does it, but he comes back, way back into our half to do it. Havertz was able to do it from halfway line in their half also as well. And that enabled us to move up rather than having a massive gap or them, if we lost the ball, them straight onto our back four. If you looked at the tactical game, right, and the way Arteta had his and to have those players, it was only one mistake. It was only one player that broke ranks, and that was Partey trying to do Foden. That was it. That was the only mistake in the game. Other than that.
And you know what? Before you come in, like and definitely respond to all that Canners has said. I'm not gonna lie to you, Canners. Everything you said in terms of that explanation, I agree with. You've had some wild ones before that, but that analysis you just gave, spot on. And you know how I know it was spot on? Because no matter what he's gonna say now, George felt that one, bro. He just saw him nodding. His body language is like, do you know what? But he might not say it now on the mic, but his body language told me what he was feeling it. Smash the like button for George, bro. Smash the likes.
You can't want for long when he wants, but no, look, again, I'm not gonna sit here and say that it was a horrible performance from your team. I just don't think that Havertz performed very well. He held the ball up well at times. But he didn't do anything where I thought, and I was like, oh, yeah, he's creating dangerous opportunities. He lost the ball a few times. He didn't really run at them and dribble much. And I did look at some of the stats. I think he had the most duels lost in the whole game out of both teams. So
he was playing against two players. I mean, he was fighting literally against two players all the time.
I personally think that Man City played a very good game. I don't think they were amazing. I do think it was a bit of a boring match compared to
minutes and watch what we did, and watch and tell me a clear chance that Man City had.
So I'm not, again. I'm not. I don't think that City created too much clear. I think
he's not got answers to your questions.
As a whole, I thought it was quite a boring game compared to what you expect of
us. Listen, I was appalled from the tactical aspect of that game, and you could see. The sorry thing is that the TV doesn't do the game justice. The tactical game that actually goes on. They were two drilled teams going at it, and it was.
You could tell you were watching the two best teams in England, bro.
No, 100%. But there wasn't much chances created. I don't feel like either team was dangerous enough, and both teams were quite lackluster.
You can't press Man City.
No,
you cannot press Man City.
But you're speaking to a guy that beats Man City every season, by the way. I know how to beat Man City.
Here we go. I was waiting for that to be sprinkled on the stream. I was waiting for it. Like you messed up Cannon's camera and everything, bro. He's got.
No, we just need to get something straight. You're speaking from a man that beats Man City every season. I'm a specialist at this, and I can tell you right now.
This is the one W that I hate that they have, bro. I hate that they.
There's a lot of gaps in that City team that can be exploited, but I just think
look at the way he's smiling as he says it. Fucking bro, I can't stand this.
Haaland was poor. I thought Haaland was poor. I think the lack
because of Saliba. Because of Saliba, bro.
I think he got shut out of the game, but also because I don't feel like they.
You need to add this the also part.
They never had De Bruyne play with him.
Bro, we don't need the also part. The first part was enough. He got shut out of the game. We got that.
De Bruyne never played when he was on the pitch. So let's be real. The combination that we look forward to, which you know better than anyone else. Remembering that the 4-1. Remember
combination.
The combination. So we know better than anyone else. That's who really finds and unlocks Haaland. And I just think that the attacking performance from Man City was quite boring. They didn't create too much chance. I thought
they couldn't.
Their best players were players like Akanji and that. Like they were the defensive players. So.
Brother, this is how you knew that it wasn't a De Bruyne thing. Haaland got wicked off. It's like, hey, even with KD, we ain't got nothing for these Arsenal boys today, bro. You chop bench. He wanted none of Saliba, bro.
No, they come off at the same time. It was a double change. When De Bruyne came on, he came off.
No, that's what I'm saying. He knew that there was no De Bruyne that was going to save my man, innit? It was long for him. It was just a long day.
I don't remember none of you mentioned that amazing finish from Cole Palmer, though. Like, come on, you got.
No. I was right behind.
That was a big finish. Though, I wasn't gonna lie. I was silent when that went in, bro.
He was in.
And he did it like 5 minutes before he tried it and didn't get a chance, but he did it again. So I'm gonna get into some of the comment sections real quick, bro.
There was an element of luck with that goal. So it wasn't born out of pure them cutting us open.
Yeah, but Canners, bro, let's be honest, like. A lot of Arsenal's goals are individual stupid errors that we could have easily avoided. It's not that we got outplayed, we got two touches and all that. Sometimes we have brain farts, and that's what it leads to. But let me get into some of the comments real quick. Big up Luca in the building. 53 people watching. Hey, big up Egal for that. That's that. I'd love to say it was me, but shout out to Egal. Make sure you go and smash the like fish channel. Smash the like. I had 70 people in here for the first time at some point. Make sure you smash the like button, my people. Get me up to 1,000 subscribers. I'll still be small boy below 1,000. I beg. Help a brother out. I've not seen you in the comment section before. Shika, Partey ain't going, so no DM is coming. And that's that. I hear that. And obviously, all these Arsenal fans that were rinsing Partey, shame on you. You saw in the last few games. No, but you know when he was linked with a move away and we hadn't signed Rice yet, people were telling me Rice is better than him. Oh, we should cash in now. He's getting old and all that stuff. Brother, we need Partey. We're a weaker side without him. Unless we get in a Tchouaméni, we have to keep a Partey. And even with that Tchouaméni, he might take some time to adapt. We saw how clutch Partey has been in the last few games. We need it. Across the Pond says, join Super Brew and drafts, and then we know if you can predict. I know the Premier. I don't know what that means, but big up Across the Pond. Guys, any thoughts on Ansu Fati? Honestly, quality player, but he's never fit. So I'd rather not bring him. And I think he's right-footed, right?
Yeah.
He's playing on the right side, yeah.
Yeah, he plays on the left.
He plays on the right side too, yeah?
You can play him on the left or the right. I think he'd be a good option for backup. Well, I would say backup competition.
Yeah, I don't know I don't think his best work is done off the right, which is why I'm a bit concerned, and his injury record. And I don't know if you get him in for 11 mil, I'll take it. But other than that, I'm not.
11.
Yeah.
Apparently, it's good today.
Tunnel TV is that Kanebi. Like, you just read what's being said in the comments by Tunnel TV and you answer that question for yourself across the pod. I think you know the answer to that one. Big up, John James. Yeah, not just Arsenal. I'm not sure what's that's in regards to. Kanebi, you're just gonna cause carnage on this stream when it's not for carnage today. We're trying to keep it.
He's trying to come
and the hour's already gone, so we need to be winding down. I know you want some of that smoke. I know I can see you itching, but it's not today, man. We'll maybe later on in the week or next week. Agendas. John James said Mbappe ain't going to Real Madrid to take Tchouameni's place, and they'll want at least £100 million, not euros, to replace him.
Listen, we've got 3 weeks of the window. Mbappe ain't playing for PSG again.
George Dinier. Kanebi always so excited. Who's George Dinier? You got a doppelganger or something? What's going on?
It looks like it. It looks like it.
Well, imitation is the best form of flattery, as they say. Big up, George Dinier. Boods Bants, everyone like and subscribe. Do what Boods says. Go and check out his channel as well. Great content all over social media. Ray Laguna says, I did not know before tonight you're gonna understand. I love it. He knows the phrase. If you didn't know tonight, you go understand. You know. Big up my guy Ray Laguna in the comment section. First time I see you there. Hope it's not going to be the last time. Can there be not tonight? I see. He's flooding the chat. Like, get me on. Let me at him. Hey George, you definitely angered him. You're on the list. He's
gonna come George and start talking about trophies. I'm bored of it already.
Yeah, 100%. Big up man like Driz Waves 85. Big up this channel. Will rise my broski. Big up the love. Big up all the love. Everyone that's subscribing and liking the video. Big up. Don't forget to put your comments and what you think about our thoughts and your feelings of the stream. Fatty goal today and Ferran Torres to beat the Spuds. Yeah, big them up for scoring, but that man can stay in Barcelona for I'm not looking to bring man like that into the club anymore. Would you guys take Marcus Edwards at Arsenal? Is he left-footed, Marcus Edwards?
Yeah, he's a talent, man.
I'm not gonna lie, I would, because we do need some form of cover for Saka with quality. I would actually take him. I'm not gonna lie to you. I would. Like, I don't know what prices are being quoted for the guy, but I would. I wouldn't mind us putting in a bid. Big up across the pond. How can a fan without trophies be talking about a final?
Wait. Is he talking about a charity match?
No, he's talking about the charity shield. The community shield. The community shield. The community shield. Okay, all right.
Wait,
George.
When is the community shield? Which we all know, for one, it is.
Okay, I have a question for you, George. Okay, George.
How is that a final?
It's a competitive final, bro. It's a competitive match.
How do you wait? What is the qualifications to get into that?
Either winning
league, you either win the league, or you either win FA Cup, or you come second.
Well, did you win anything?
No,
you got to win it, innit?
So what, should they cancel the? Hey, George, this is my question to you. Was Sunday Declan Rice? Hey, George, I'm asking you a question. Was Sunday Declan Rice's debut?
No, it would be on this weekend.
Oh, this weekend, yeah. So when we look at the appearance list, what does it say? Declan Rice has made a debut, and you know what he did on his debut? Won more than Harry Kane's done in his whole career. Why are you mad? Why are you big, man?
Charity shield.
Why are you big, man? Where's Harry Kane's charity shield, bro?
Charity shield.
Where is his charity? Where is his competitive trophy, bro? Where is it? Come on, bro. Wait, can you even qualify for that trophy if you don't win? If you never win anything or challenge, can you?
Community charity shield.
Do you know what? I'll shut my mouth. I'm not gonna lie, George.
It used to be called the Sheriff of London Charity Shield.
I'm not gonna lie, George. As soon as you get there, I'm hearing what you're saying. As soon as you participate in that match, I'll shut, because have you been there in the 2000s? Have you been there? Wait, when were you last in that? When did you last even qualify for that event, bro?
Charity Shield.
Hey, comment section, let us know. Tell us the last time Spurs even hit the credentials to qualify for that.
I actually saw something the other day. I did
go for it. What did you see?
The other day. It said Arsenal have the second most amount of community shields in the Premier League era. But you've only won 3 league titles and you have 9 community shields. It's a very
I know it's nuts, right? It's different.
FA Cups, that's why. So we won so many FA Cups.
Your community shield.
Wait.
What you're out here bragging about. You're out here collecting shields.
Okay, which trophy are you bragging about, bro? Which trophies are you dominating, my guy?
Shields.
Which trophies are you dominating, my brother? Talk to me.
We lifted a charity shield.
Yeah, the same stuttering you did.
That's what we're doing. Is that
when?
We might as well start counting all those Emirates Cups.
Bro, look, my brother. Emirates Cup does not count in the appearances.
You'd play teams like Marseille.
This is the thing, though. George, this is the thing, and I respect it. But you, on your honors list, you're listing preseason trophies on your honors list, my brother. We don't have that on our list, bro. We don't. If you look at Arsenal's honors list, you don't see Emirates Cups. You don't see that on your honors list. You got Audi Cups and that. Come on, bro. We're not the same, man. We're not the same, bro. Raya told you no. Raya told you no and begged the manager to send him to Arsenal. That's the difference out here, bro.
Let me just get something straight.
Get something straight, please.
How old is you in 1991?
Whether you agree,
he wasn't even born, was he?
Whether you agree with me or not, if you go onto Wikipedia, and you look up FA Community Shield, what you will see is the Football Association Community Shield, formerly known as the Charity Shield. This is a charity trophy. It's even sponsored by McDonald's.
My brother, it's the same as the Super Cup, bro. It's the same as Real Madrid winning Super Cups. It's the same as Bayern Munich winning Super Cups this weekend. It's the same shit, bro. But it's also the same shit that you know nothing about because you can't qualify for it, let alone win it. And you're big mad. I get it. And I'd be too. I'd be doing what Deji does and says stuff like, Mickey Mouse Cups. If I didn't participate in Cups, I'd call them Mickey Mouse too. Do you get me? I get it. Whatever coping mechanism you've designed, George, I'm with it, bro. Whatever gets you through the week, you need this. I'm with you. If you want to laugh at us for winning stuff, no problem. No problem. If winning stuff is a problem, no problem. We're gonna just keep causing problems, my guy. Do you get what I'm saying? You keep being normal, chilling, no trophies, no achievements, scoring goals to achieve nothing. That's cool. If that's what you want to be known by, I'm sure when Harry Kane does his documentary, if he could say I've won something, anything, then maybe it'd be worth watching. But until then, brother, have you seen a trophy in your lifetime? No, real talk. That's like real talk because you got a bit of a baby face, so you could be anything from 21 to 30. So you get what I'm saying? So I don't know. Have you seen a trophy? Man's quiet. Man's quiet. He put himself on mute, just like his team, bro. We can't hear you, brother. Yes, you put yourself on mute because your team are on mute, my brother. The universe did you a favor there, bro. The universe did you a favor.
The Community Shield was changed from its name.
You're still going on about Community Shield.
Right.
Now the Community Shield, now, man. Let's just talk trophies.
Oh man, this is crazy.
This is sad, man. This is sad. At least have something to flex on us with. At least, like, if you're gonna call us sad for winning, at least flex on us with something. Not, we just signed Van der Ven. Is that what you're gonna flex with us on? We don't even know, my guy, bro. Nobody's checked on. You know them ones where you type in player's name and it finishes the rest of you. Van der Ven, it allowed you to type the whole thing. Van der Ven, he typed the whole thing. Because nobody's been checking for my guy, bro, until now.
All right, so can I just ask you before we finish? I just want to ask you.
Yeah, let's start wrapping up.
It's your first season back with the big boys at the big boy table. You're gonna be wearing a certain badge on the sleeve that you haven't in a very long time. I know about that. You know, I know about those competitions. How far are you getting in the Champions League? What's happening? With all this money you're spending, you're talking about potentially, we can buy Tchouameni if we want. We're the second best team in England.
Well, we're not saying anything. These are the facts, bro.
The first, all right, they're the facts. Cool, whatever you say. You just the first team in England just won the Champions League, and you guys just beat them. So, what's your expectations of the Champions League this season? Are you winning it?
I wish football was like that, because we'd say you guys can win the league for beating City twice in a season. You get me? But we know that's a joke, innit? So if we're not going by if you can beat one team on a one-off occasion, which you lot are really good at, we're talking about sustained. And to be honest, I don't know. I'm intrigued to see how we cope playing in the Champions League. I don't see us going out before the quarterfinals personally, but we'll see, man. We'll see how it goes, man. What about you? Where you lot getting in Europe this season?
Are they in Europe?
Let me check. Since George is so good at Google, let me check Google.
George, you must know.
Let us know. Are you lot playing in any competition?
Next season. We don't have European competition next season. We're taking a break. We left it to we got to give
everyone taking a break from Europe. Taking a break from trophies. What else you taking a break from? Harry Kane?
You guys know a lot more about that because you've had many seasons
about winning trophies.
Yeah, we know about winning trophies.
Many seasons without Europe. You finished 8th 2 seasons in a row. So you're very experienced in not playing in Europe. So one game a week.
My brother, when was your first year in the Champions League? We done terms since, bro. So let's not do this thing, bro. You're not the same. We're not the same.
No player in your current 25-man squad has played Champions League in an Arsenal shirt. Let's get something straight. No player.
How many players at Tottenham have won the Champions League?
No,
I love the silence, bro. Every time I ask you questions, you're on mute, George. Why are you on mute every time I ask you questions, my guy? What's going on, bro? Smash the like button for George, my guy. Before it gets brutal, George, we're gonna wrap up before it gets ugly for you here, bro.
We might not have Champions League winners, but we have many World Cup winners. You'll know about
that. Oh my days! Is that what he did? Man said many World Cup winners. Who are your many? You got. Who and who? Lloris. Is Lloris still at your club?
He's still there, you know. He's still there.
Swear down. You're holding on. You're clutching on.
He's holding on by a string.
Brother, look at these dates. Hey, what? 91, 92, brother. Hey, I'm not. Last time I saw these dates is when I was looking at my old school sticker books, bro. Hey, brother. That's peak for you, man. Guys. Yeah. Wait, smash the like button, my people. It's been an absolutely incredible show. Big up Egal for bringing all the people over. If you haven't subscribed to One Touch TV, please subscribe now. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Guys, is it surprised that we didn't see Deji? Have you not noticed there's been a change in him? Ever since the decline started, he first of all started shitting on Conte. He then started trying to power pressure on Arsenal. Then he started reining in on the bottle job thing. Now, this season, he's come a little bit humble. He doesn't even show up for shows anymore because he's scared. He's embarrassed. He's embarrassed.
He left me alone.
Bro, he left you here to dry, man. And that's why I didn't even put Kanebi on, because that would have been rude, man. Smash the like button, my people. George, obviously, it's always a pleasure to get you on the channel, man. I hope we can get you more this season as well. And I know we probably shouldn't be inviting Spurs on the channel because it's not a rival thing, but you do share an area with us, so it's only right that we give you a chance to shine in our limelight. But George, I'm gonna definitely put your details under the description of this video. But is there anywhere else people can find you this week? Are you on any streams or anything like that?
I'm not booked into any streams at the moment, but you just catch me here, there, and everywhere. If not, mainly just on Twitter, just gallivanting, or TikTok. You can just catch me doing my videos every now and then. So George's grandkids won't. Big Ange is here to bring trophies to Spurs, so I'll be seeing the trophy.
He couldn't even say that with a straight face. So I respect it, man. I respect it. Big up George, and make sure you go and follow him on the socials as well. Canners, my Armory TV brother. Where can we find you?
Just as you said, first and foremost, man, big up to George boy, because I tell you what, man, coming up against two Arsenal mans here tonight.
He held it. He held it.
He held it, man. So big up.
No, big up, man.
Yeah, you can find me on the Armory TV. I do a lot of the most. You could say my regulars Tuesday
Shaw,
evening.
you scared Deji away. Sorry, carry on.
On a Tuesday evening at 7, I do a show. I'll co-host with Bobby. And listen to everything that you want to know about Arsenal transfers.
Oxymato is letting you know, my brother. Look what it says there. George, look at the screen. Man's answering your questions. You get me? We can answer our thing. El Neni Holding are still there, my guy. They're still there, my guy. They played Champions League. Well, what are you saying, brother? Hey, hey, come with the facts, bro. If you're not going to come with the correct facts, don't come at all, bro. You get me? Pause.
How's El Neni been at your club for 7-8 years? What's going on?
Hey, the same way you lot still have Hugo Lloris on your books and Davinson Sanchez. And Davinson Sanchez still starts games for you.
Contract last season, did they not?
Bro, they both have more trophies than Harry Kane, so don't talk to them unless it's nicely. You get me? Allow it, bro. Smash the like, share, comment, and subscribe. We're going to be doing a Premier League preview show tomorrow at 9 o'clock, so catch us then. You can catch me on the Armory. You can catch me on Tidal TV. You can catch me on, just check me out, yeah? Follow me on Instagram and Twitter. I haven't figured out how to change my Twitter to One Touch TV instead of One Touch T, but if any of you know how to do that, let me know so I can rectify it ASAP. It's been a great week. Enjoy your evenings, guys. George, thanks for joining us on the show. Hope to see you soon. Canners, let this not be the last time we see you in the quarter. Yeah, we want to see you again, all right?
It should not be Olympic event, this, mate. Come on. Okay?
Big up, man. Take care, everyone. Have a good night.